Sarah Banwell, the editor of fundoperator.com. I'm here with Craig Peretz, Chief Financial Officer, Golden Eagle Strategies, LLC. Craig is speaking at the Fund Operator Summit North America on May 18th. And ahead of that, we just wanted to catch up with him to get a little bit of a flavor of what he's going to be talking to us about. Hi, Craig.
Hi, Sarah. Good day to you. And thanks again for this opportunity to speak.
No, thank you. So looking at what you're going to be talking about at the conference, my first question is, how is the office environment changing in the fund management industry? And what have been some of the key drivers of that?
Well, I think, Sarah, that one of the basic things that we all know is COVID is the most massive driver of what we had. But it's evolved. COVID was first the driver in the fact that we were protecting our own health and the health and welfare of our family and friends and loved ones. But we somehow suddenly liked working from home. This new work-life environment became very attractive for people. They like the fact that we don't miss commuting. We have given, the flexibility, the more time with family. Productivity, for the most part, has gone up. And I don't see us going back to a 5-day-a-week work schedule. I think it's going to be a hybrid model. I do think there are benefits of meeting in person, and we can get into that a little bit later. But I think this has made us have to rethink how we are going to attract talent, manage talent, train talent, and everything else. But we're not going back to 5 days a week. I don't think people want that 2-hour commute anymore across the board.
No, I don't think they do. And why should fund operators, fund managers pay attention to these changes? And what are some of the impacts that they're having and that they might have in the future?
Well, how we work and conduct business has absolutely totally changed with this, not only for the acquisition of talent, but even for every aspect. Let's take the simplest stuff, cybersecurity. You are now with your family sharing a network where your kids are on it, your significant other is on it. Are you using your home computer? Are you using a remote computer? Our offices are they now considered locations from a regulatory standpoint? What is going on with company insurance? What is going on with, if you trip and fall at home, what's your working compensation coverage going to be? I know these are from an emerging manager standpoint who only wants to focus on performance and capital raising. These are key issues, to track people. Well, how do you define working hours? How do you find vacation? How do you do reviews? Training becomes highly concerning. Newer employees, how do you bring them on board? How do you assimilate them into your culture? Are all questions that we have to begin to answer. How do you implement your regulatory side and your code of conduct and, monitor insider trading? Even think about how regulatory exams are going to be on. And I'm not even getting into things like marketing and due diligence, and what's going to be happening there.
So an awful lot to consider. And what do you think that COOs and their teams can be doing now? What steps can they take to prepare for this new world of work that you've described and the possible challenges ahead as we try to attract talent?
I think you have to start thinking out of the box, a little bit. You have to think about, you no longer have one office. You have multiple offices and multiple locations. You want to talk first and look at it, make sure the employees are set up like they would be in the office. For Golden Eagle, we made sure that we've separated personal and work computers. Every employee and every team member has a laptop that they only use for that. I know other firms that have decided as a benefit to provide internet access that's just related to work, so it cannot be hacked or looked into. Plus, the worst thing in the world is you're on a call with a potential investor doing an operational due diligence and the internet goes down because your kid is streaming a video upstairs or streaming his or her own conference call. I think you have to make sure and talk to them about their work environment. I know many firms are providing, including our own. We have one employee that we sit there that we provide near her home like a WeWork location, and she does marketing so that she can go to that location. It's not an official office, but conduct conference calls, meetings with people, et cetera, across the board. I do think it's still important to meet as a group at Golden Eagle. Every month or so, we get together as a team and see each other face to face. But we have people located in New Jersey, New York, Florida, and it's important to gather them. I even have an operation person that's based in New Hampshire. So it's just good to get everybody together as a team and get that face-to-face contact. But thinking out of the box is most important, I think, and thinking about how you can balance that work life. I am not a big fan of, however, the monitoring. How much time are you spending on your computer? Because it's, you have to think, are you trusting your employees or not? Or do you want to put a big brother thing? And we've all seen, Amazon sells those things. You can put your mouse on it and it moves the mouse all around. But, these are people that are professionals. Treat them like professionals. And that's the kind of person I think you want in your organization.
I think those are all really great points. Now, obviously, you're going to be speaking about this and sort of other related topics at our conference. So I guess, what do you think that why do you think fund management representatives should participate in forums like these? And what benefit do you think they can get from attending?
Well, I think right now we have developed ourselves in more cocoons than ever before. Especially with emerging managers, one of the loneliest positions is somebody in the operations side, especially if they're wearing multiple hats, the CFO, COO, maybe the chief compliance officer. As the business expands, those roles expand too, and they separate out. But think about it. Portfolio managers talk to traders talk to analysts talk to PMs. Who do the operational people talk to? And I think it's really important to interact with your colleagues and your peers to hear what is going on and what's they're thinking. I talked earlier about out of the box thinking, but out of the box thinking, you've got to get ideas from other people. Now, we know, 2 years ago, it wouldn't have been safe to do a lot of these in-person conferences, but thank goodness to things like vaccines, testing, masks, and procedures. We've, especially in New York, dropped the infection rate down under 2%. Now, COVID isn't going away, okay? But I think having to attend events such as the one that you guys are hosting is becoming even more important to get yourself out there, to talk to your peers, to listen to what they're thinking, not only for the fact of getting new ideas, but the fact that they're facing the same problems that you. You're not alone out there across the board. So.
Lovely, thank you. And I can't wait for us all to come together and discuss some of those challenges and share ideas and hopefully come up with new ones as well then. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. And I'm really looking forward to the event, and we'll talk more about it and give some more details at that with myself and my fellow panelists. We're really looking forward to it. See you in May.
See you in May.